stage is almost set for our championship game, which will be happening on Monday dito sa ating 2023 MPBL Preseason Invitational. We're still coming to you live from the Lagao Gymnasium in General Santos City, the tuna capital of the Philippines. Chris Bitoon and the rest of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards aim to extend their unbeaten run dito sa ating preseason invitational. They're going up against the Sarangani Marlins in the second betting of our semifinal knockout phase dito sa ating 2023 MPBL preseason invitational. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Pananya, still joined by Coach Louie Gonzalez. Coach, as mentioned earlier, ito Nueva Ecija, they want to assert their dominance once again against one of the most surprising teams, if not the most surprising team here in the Sarangani Marlins.
Actually, the titles defense on already for this Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Talagang, alam mo, nakausap natin si Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Talagang, he's taking all the chances to learn and all the chances to prepare.
Of course, siyempre itong Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards lost Hesed Gabo. Now, they added 3 new players to their lineup, namely Rich Ginitaran, itong si Harvey Pagsanan at Joshua Fontanillan. Each of these 3 players have been playing quality basketball para sa Nueva Ecija. Bago natin pag-usapan ang previous games sa parehong kupunan, let's take a look at our updated playoff bracket. Earlier today, Zamboanga already gaining a spot in the championship with a win over the Imus SB squad.
Yeah, it's okay. Like as expected, it's gonna be a quality ball game that only got decided in maybe in the last 1 minute 30, wherein talagang malaki ang iniran nitong Zamboanga Family Brand Sardines.
And whoever wins nga today will be facing Zamboanga on Monday, and the loser will face Imus sa ating third place game, which will be the first match on Monday. Let's talk about the previous game of these two teams. Nueva Ecija extending their dominant run here with a win over the Valenzuela Shore Homes in their last match. It was a 94-64 game against the winless Valenzuela squad in their last match.
Yeah, kitang-kita dito, it's 51% to 34%, but more importantly to this game and more, it's really evident na itong Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards talagang really step up yung defense nila in that second quarter na nilimit lang nila na to a single digit itong Valenzuela in the third and fourth quarters.
22 out of 68, 32.4% lamang ang field goal percentage nitong Valenzuela Shore Homes, while Nueva Ecija was able to lead the assist department once again, playing good quality team basketball en route to 25 assists and 53 bench points para sa kupunan ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Dako naman tayo sa kabalang panig ang Sarangani Marlins. They lost their last game, their first loss of this tournament against the Zamboanga Family Brand Sardines. That was an 85-92 loss against the defending Southern Division champions.
Yeah, they lost to Zamboanga yesterday, but Javi, in this preseason tournament, this team is really playing very impressive, especially dun sa mga new recruits ni Coach John Calios. Etong mga bata niya, si Orin Katakutan, si Gabat, si Rapaeng, si Paeng Are, si Benji Jimenez, marami na namang bagong discoveries, and this is gonna be a good test for them. Okay, this Sarangani team loves to shoot from the outside, but they'll be facing, to me, is the best defensive team ng MPBL.
Well, you could even say the best team in the MPBL, being the defending champions dito sa ating Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Let's get this action going. Let's turn you over to Richard Tampos for the introduction of starters.
Excitement hits up. Welcoming you for tonight's main game. It's a knockout semis between Sarangani and Nueva Ecija here at Lagao Gymnasium, the tuna capital of the Philippines and the home of the champions, General Santos City. Live on MPBL FB page, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League and YouTube channel. The OK Bet Manny Pacquiao's MPBL 2023 Preseason Invitational, presented to you by Extreme, the one-stop shop appliances. And it's time to meet the starting lineups, beginning with the MPBL regular season defending champions, the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Coming in at center, number 14, Will Macaloni. Point guard number 18, Philip Manalang. Forward number 23, Jay Collado. Two guard number 29, Mike Huico. And at small forward number 51, Big Bang Toto Byron Villarias. The Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards is led by Gerson Cabiltes. His assistants are Noy Catalan, Arnold Oliveros, Florian Pineda, Joseph Guion, and Harold Nang. Team manager is Ivan Cuevas. Team owner is Mr. Bong Cuevas. Now let's make some noise for your Sarangani Marlins. Playing center number 8, Mac Racho. Starting at guard number 17, Reg Gabat. At forward number 21, Benji Jimenez. Starting at forward number 34, Mark Poole. And at point guard number 44, Paeng Are. Sarangani Marlins head coach is Master J.K. John Galios. Assistant coaches Gilbert Cole, Joshua Innocentes. Team manager is J.R. Navarro. Referees for this ballgame are Jonald Belnas.
Starters for this ball game, Nueva Ecija has Philip Manalang and Michael Wico in the backcourt. Will Macaloni making his return here sa ating semifinals. JJ Collado is also there, as well as the birthday boy, Byron Villaria. Sa kabilang panig naman, Sarangani Marlins will have Paeng Are, Reg Gabat, Mac Racho, Benji Jimenez, and Mark Poole. Those are the starters for both teams para kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes and Coach John Calios respectively.
Yeah, what a time for Will Macaloni na at least makalaro pa dito sa ating preseason tournament, Javi.
Very important piece in the rotation. Itong si Will Macaloni, alam naman natin. Para kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes, Nueva Ecija wins the opening tip. It will definitely be a tall order para sa Sarangani Marlins in trying to shackle the winning streak nitong Nueva Ecija as they open it up with a three-pointer from Byron Villarias. Happy birthday to one of the MPBL's best.
Yeah, and this is going to be a good test for this young Sarangani Marlins squad. We had a chat with Coach Gerson before the game, and he told me, Coach, I'm going to go with my strongest 15.
Strongest 15, huh? Sarangani able to get the first basket courtesy of Mark Poole. 3 and 2 is the score in the early goings of this game.
Yeah, this guy, kay Mark Poole, kay being a rookie here in our, really talagang marami ang experience na nakuha niya dito sa ating preseason tournament.
One of the new additions dito sa Sarangani Marlins, including that guy, Benji Jimenez. Unable to score on his first try from the outside. Paeng Are, we have not seen a lot of outside shooting from him in this invitational. Short on the three-point try. Sarangani could not get the offensive rebound. Nueva Ecija will have another crack at the basket.
Yeah, that one identity that I think Coach John Calios is really wanted na implement dito sa kanyang Sarangani Marlin team is yung talagang gusto niya talagang i-utilize yung power ng three-pointer.
That's a turnover laban dito sa Nueva Ecija. Are at the controls here para sa Marlins. Racho offers the roadblock. Mac pops out, straightaway three, doesn't work. Jimenez with the offensive rebound. Poole asking for it on the left wing. Are finally gets it to him. Mark for three. In and out, Racho. Impressive finish.
Yeah, off that offensive rebound. The fourth attempt already by this Sarangani Marlins from outside the arc.
Wico driving to the left. That bit too short on that lay-in. Are looking at his options. He will go all the way. Could not get the 2 points. Wico, left-handed finish. This time it's good para kay Mike Wico.
Yeah, it's really extreme. Okay, the way the game was played in our first game, Javi, and now we're looking at an up and down game, okay, with the Sarangani Marlins and the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards.
And Michael Wico, after missing his first attempt, quickly 4 straight points para sa kanya. Could be even 5 after this foul. Laban dito sa Sarangani. Reg Gabat having a difficult time trying to catch up with one of the members of our elite 1,000 point club dito sa MPBL. Michael Wico, formerly the face of the Pampanga franchise, has moved on over here to Nueva Ecija and has cemented his spot as one of the constant starters nito ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes despite the number of stars that he has on this team.
And definitely it's a message that for this game, Coach Gerson will not gonna take it easy kay having Michael Wico and Byron Villas starting. Talagang alam mo, they're on a mission, Javi.
Well, if you're a top team like Nueva Ecija, especially you're unbeaten, you don't want to fall into complacency. That is the last thing that you want to happen. 8-4 is the count here. Nueva Ecija up by 4 early in this game. Macaloni spinning to his left and getting the 2 points. First bucket of the game for the Cebuano big man.
In that last sequence, by the dot, in-execute ng Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards yung kanilang elbow play.
Short on the 3-point try. 37 attempts from downtown yesterday against Zamboanga. Itong Sarangani, they are definitely living and dying by the 3-point shot.
Yeah, especially this guy, Reg Gabat. Actually, in their game yesterday against Zamboanga Family Brand Sardines, they are very much in control do sa first 3 quarters, even winning by 10 at the end of the third. Pero syempre, alam mo naman yung Family Brand Sardines, hindi yan basta-basta bibigay. And it was a challenge and a learning experience for this young Sarangani Marlin team na kung papaano na inatapos yung laro.
Still could not connect from downtown itong Marlins. Manalang dumps it down to the post. Quite far from his comfort zone. Ito si Will Macaloni draws closer and no opposition by Macracho.
At alam mo naman, parehong galing Cebu yata to. Si Macracho is from Cebu.
So battle of the Cebuano Titans right there at that center spot here in this game. The Marlins will retain possession here. Early substitutions para dito kay Coach John Calios, Orin Katikutan, and Jacob Shanoda will be checking in for Macracho and Reg Gabat. Orin Katakutan, coach, 31 points yesterday. What an impressive scoring display. Kaya lang, di na siya masyadong umamada in the last moments of that match when it mattered the most, as Benji Jimenez finally gets one from the outside for Sarangani.
Yeah, and itong si Orin Katakutan, kaya nakakatakot talaga yung bench points nitong Sarangani because he's the one stuffing it all. Talagang automatic eh.
52 bench points for them yesterday against Zamboanga. 31 of those coming from the aforementioned Orin Katakutan. Philip Manalang getting 2 points on the board. His first bucket of the game for Nueva Ecija. 14-7 is the score. Jimenez, a few feet away from 3-point area. That's too strong. Manalang, the pitch. Collado could not get the roll. Alex Tesoyo is in as well para sa Sarangani. At pass, played well by Nueva Ecija. Empty possession for Sarangani, and a double foul will be called after that.
Yeah, look at the Sarangani Marlins after running that double drag screen. Talagang hinahanap nila yung pick and pop ni Benji Jimenez. And let's try to look at that replay. Alam mo naman, itong si Shanoda, he's new here also na challenging si Will Macaloni that hindi talaga i-give up yung stand niya. Good pass.
Collado still could not connect. Desoyo to Jimenez. Benji will hand it off. Katakutan gets it. The swipe by Byron Villarreal. And the birthday boy will go all alone for 2.
Yeah. 16-7, Javi.
Coach Byron Villarreal is mainly known as an outside sniper. But Coach Christian Luanzon said that he is one of the best two-way players here in the MPBL. Would you agree?
Yeah, and kasi ang galing sobrang kontrolado ni Byron. And you know, Javi, minsan it's not really yung skill set, yung athleticism, pero yung attitude, yung approach nila, okay, towards they're being given tasks. And as a coach, naniniwala pa rin ako palagi na wala namang magaling dumepensa. Ang pinakamagaling dumepensa, yung pinakapasensyoso.
Yeah, defense not just all about aggressiveness. You also have to play it smart.
And playing it smart. And being smart defensively, it means it takes a lot of patience.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is coming from the lips of the coach who is the true architect of the Mayhem defense.
Mm-hmm. You know, with that, Javi, it looks chaos, but then again, it requires a lot of discipline.
Just the fact that you're able to put out that kind of scheme, talagang you have to follow the details to the dot.
Oo, kasi more importantly, ang tinitignan mo dun, yung help side mo hindi naman yung on the ball mo, because your on the ball defender is given that he's gonna give all the effort para mag-turn yung ball handler, pero yung on the ball yung off the ball defenders mo needs to be at the right spot whatever happens. And what's hard there is again defending the bigger space.
Sarangani already in the penalty. 3 minutes and 40 remaining in the first. Villarreal free for 3. That's short. Sistoza grabs the rebound. The Marlins in transition. Poole having trouble with the rock. Renz Palma into the game, as well as Shaq Taganas and Mike Mabulak para kay Coach Gerson Cabilte. Sistoza wanting to challenge Taganas. Poole gets the pass. Could not finish inside, and Michael Mabulak could not control the leather.
Yeah, dito you'll be surprised who's gonna be the matchup versus Orin Katakutan. Parang ilalagay talaga ni Coach Gerson dito si Jonathan Uluan, ilalagay niya si Byron Villarreal, na feeling mo na parang may advantage itong si Orin Katakutan, pero with these guys, they are always in control.
And these are all great defensive players. Hindi rin na mapapayag si Coach Gerson na may mediocre sa kanila sa depensa, because that is the true essence of Nueva Ecija basketball, defense.
Yeah, and it's just win them a championship.
That is the popular saying, defense wins championships.
And imagine, a 3-point shooting team, ito yung pinakilala ng Sarangani Marlins in our preseason tournament. Pero at 2:50 left in our first quarter, single digit pa lang sila.
Coach Gerson Cabiltes right there on your screens. Always a stoic look on his face on the sidelines. Mabulak, it's that free throw to go. 19-7 is the count. 12-point lead here for Nueva Ecija.
Ito si Coach Gerson, okay, watching him from doing his job from the sideline. Ako kasi, Javi, I don't stand up till the game starts. Pero itong si Coach Gerson, pag nakita niya na magko-call out na, nakatayo na
He's always so ready and so pumped up. Hindi lang talaga nakikita sa itsura niya, but he is definitely enjoying himself. He just really wants to lead his players by example to show na kailangan focus tayo sa laro.
Oo. And siguro isang player din na namimiss ng Sarangani Marlins dito, yung sa tingin kong yung player na binibuild ni Coach John itong si Jordan Santa Ana.
That's correct. Jordan Santa Ana serving a 1-game suspension after that tussle with Chris Dumapig yesterday in their last elimination game. Oiloan, specialty of the house, could not get that one to drop.
Yeah, an extended zone being applied by this Sarangani Marlin team.
Desoyo, wild shot, that's long. Nemesis De La Cruz, three-pointer. He
And
hit
look
the
at
crucial
Shimoda.
one yesterday. Shinoda battling for that rebound, but unfortunately, foul ang may tatawag sa kanya.
Actually, pag sabay-sabayin mo to si Shinoda, si Mark Paul, si Orin Katakutan, si Reg Gabat, pwede ka nang sumali sa high jump eh.
Athletic players.
Sama mo pa si Paeng Are as their point guard.
Oh yeah, De La Cruz. That was a very tentative transition attack for Sarangani, but they still managed to make it happen. There is that zone that we've been talking about. Yesterday pa nila ginagawa yan against Zamboanga.
And it really slowed down Zamboanga.
Coach Vicky Casiano had a really hard time of breaking that. And it was just at the time na umupo si Macracho na ubusan ng fouls na medyo nakapag-advantage sila. But we'll take this time out here. Lamang ng 7 puntos ang Nueva Ecija. We'll be back. You're looking at the faithful here gathered at the Lagao Gym in General Santos City. But ladies and gentlemen, we would like to cordially invite you to the MPBL 2023 regular season opening on March 11. That's going to happen at the Quezon Convention Center in Lucena City. Mark your calendar, save the date. It's going to be an exciting jump start to what is gonna be a 30-team field in our regular season.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. Yung pag-adapt ng Quezon Province na joining us here in the MPBL. Kasi Javi, I'm familiar with the place. Kay my wife is from Lucena. And alam ko kung ganong yung following ng basketball doon sa lugar na yan.
Hosted by our newest team dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, the Quezon Huskers. Katakutan, he has made a living with those shots here in the preseason. Palma in the open floor, he loves this. Gets the bounce.
And this is one thing that you're gonna expect Nueva Ecija will do. Not wait for the zone to be set. Na bago nila atakihin kasi susceptible talaga yung zone versus a primary break.
Katakutan, bothered by the defense. Anoda finds Sistoza, and Anthony is fouled on the way up. Palma just could not give those easy 2 points.
And Orin Katakutan as well. Usually, this time of the game, parang mga 5 or 6 shots taken already. But for this one, he only took 2 shots at mahirap pa pareho.
No, the defense really marking him after explosive performances in all of their 3 games.
Yeah, that's one thing. If you pag pinakalala mo talaga yung sarili mo sa ganon sa isang tournament, something that you have to live for na it requires a lot of work, Javi. It requires a lot of work.
O syempre, elevating yourself to that kind of level. To put yourself one step higher, you really have to work triply harder to get to where you want to be as one of the best basketball players. Katakutan, kinulang dun. Sistoza loses the basketball on that power dribble. Both teams in the penalty, but no foul will be called. Instead, it's just going to be an out-of-bounds play Nueva Ecija will inbound from their backcourt. Timeout here on the floor. Magbabalik po kami. Oren Katakutan and the rest of the Sarangani Marlins trying their very best to keep in step with the defending champions. As you look at the field goal story on your screens, 23% lamang para sa Marlins, while Nueva Ecija shooting at a very efficient 53%, 8 out of 15. Although the Rice Vanguards turn it over, that's a dangerous pass, but Shanoda able to get it to Katakutan, drops it off. De La Cruz could not score. Sistoza still short on the leaner, finally gets it to drop on the second try. And that marks the end of quarter number 1 in what has been another up and down first quarter, Coach.
Yeah, when Coach John applied the 2-3 zone, that's the time na nagkaroon talaga silang run. And it is a 9 points for him, and especially kaya etong si Anthony Sistosa.
Benji Jimenez able to hit from downtown. One of the rare three-pointers of this game. Actually, the only three-pointer of the game for the Marlins out of 10 attempts. And Anthony Sistosa trying to get to work to aid his team. Tongue out right there para sa kanya, but they're still down by 5, 21-16. Second quarter of action sa aming pagbabalik. Crespiton still scoreless in this game after bagging player of the game honors in their last match against Valenzuela. 15 points, 70% from the field, as well as 2 steals to lead that balanced scoring display by the Rice Vanguards.
Kay Nueva Ecija really locking up on their defense. Talagang Sarangani to get shots. Kaya talagang they need to bleed for every point. Pero maganda naman, hindi sila tumitigil.
Shanoda passed upon the 3. At a foul called sa isang nakaputi. That's gonna be Jonathan Oilon. Fresh 14 to work with here. De La Cruz will not wait. And why not?
Okay, he has that green light, Javi. He has that green light. Now, don't look now. Okay, Sarangani Marlins now only down by 2.
Uiloan wanting to change that. That's in and out. Sistoza ran out of real estate there. Jonathan Uiloan has not found his mark yet in this game, or in this tournament rather. Struggling with that 3-point shot. Still a miss from him. 2 straight blanks from downtown for the former Rain or Shine Elasto painter. Palma will try his luck. Still no go. The Marlins could tie or take the lead. Desoyo pulls up too strong. And another foul of a loose ball variety. Laban dito sa Nueva Ecija, Michael Mabulak is the guilty party.
Yeah, third foul in all kay 1 minute 4 seconds pa lang in our fourth quarter, and I think it's the mindset right now na yung nitong Nueva Ecija that kailangan gusto agad nilang tumakbo, wala pa sa kanila yung possession.
Shanoda, that's too strong. Pamboy Raimundo, first taste of action in this game. Palma cutting underneath, leaves it for Mabulak, and Michael gets the bounce. 23-19, back to a two-possession ball game. Katakutan has yet to score, and as I say that, making his first basket, three-pointer para kay Orin Katakutan.
And in the 11th attempt already nitong Sarangani Marlins behind the arc.
Actually already 13, Coach.
13.
There are 3 out of 13 from downtown. And in true Coach Gerson Cabilte's fashion, the rotation continues to flow here para sa Nueva Ecija. Bobby Balocanag will come in, as well as Harvey Pagsanhan and Joshua Fontanilla, two of his newest recruits for this upcoming regular season. Of course, Joshua Fontanilla, one-time UST Growling Tiger, while Harvey Pagsanhan, former UE Red Warrior, now an EAC General, as Pamboy Raimundo gets his stride from the outside.
Yeah, usually kasi talaga, Javi, pag ganyan yung kalaban mo and still you're using full court zone, full court trap, kailangan mo talagang bilisan yung rotation mo to tire your opponent up, kasi hindi naman napapagod defensively yung Sarangani Marlins
Nem de la Cruz hitting one from the outside. I believe this is the first time he's made more than 1-3 in this preseason, but Pamboy Raimundo answering right away. Orin Katakutan wanting to get it back as well. That was well challenged by the Rice Vanguard defense.
Totoo yan. And this is the pressure that this Sarangani Marlins wanted to give to their opponents. Again, look at the 3-point field goals of both teams. 4 out of 15 already. And we're just 3 minutes sa second quarter natin.
But for Sarangani, Coach, this is actually low compared to their output in their last game against Zamboanga, where after the first quarter, they already had 17 attempts from downtown.
Yeah, totoo yan. Siguro dahil medyo nakikilala na yung identity nila. So, ang tendency ng defense is to stay close already and force you to drive to the basket.
And Coach, for a team that lives and dies by the three, what is the proper adjustment for them if they want to continue to use this as their weapon?
Siguro make them pay that every time. Usually it's a long shot, long rebound. You need to challenge their transition defense. So you need to keep on pushing the ball. Kasi especially itong ginagawa ng Sarangani Marlins, if they miss that three-pointer, okay, they go zone. Because they wanted to run That's the identity na gusto nilang magkaroon yung team nila
And conversely, as well, sila rin, kailangan rin nila i-improve yung kanilang transition defense.
Oo. Because sina-challenge din naman nila minsan now. If the other team is trying to push for the ball, okay, after taking threes, ang i-ask mo naman yung team mo dyan, crash for the boards. Now, crashing the boards, I think, given dito sa Sarangani Marlins, kasi halos athletic talaga yung mga players nila Even ito si Paeng Are.
Reg Gabat, dangerous pass. Nemesis de la Cruz could not make it to 3 3-pointers. Raimundo pops for 3. No go. Racho. Reg Gabat was ahead of the pack, but they could not get it to him. De la Cruz, same spot. Short this time. Fontanilla Shovel pass, Pamboy Raimundo, a little bit of hang time right there for the
Again.
former San Sebastian Stag.
Yeah, kita mo, slowly nagkakaroon ng separation and I like how Joshua Fontanilla, okay, is trying to organize itong 5 niya right now.
We were already at 21-19 a few moments ago, but now Nueva Ecija is in the lead by 7, 32-25. Pamboy, the kick out, Pagsanhan, high looper 3, all net para kay Harvey Pagsanhan.
Picking up the pace, getting stops, okay, not letting them, kasi yung challenging the mental ng shooter.
And look at that 3 by Harvey Pagsanhan, pushing this lead to 10, 35-25. Coach John Calios will burn a ceasefire right here. We'll be back. You're looking at the crowd here at the Legao Gym in General Santos City, the tuna capital of the Philippines. They will be celebrating their 84th founding anniversary on Monday, which is also the date of our championship game. The winner of this preseason invitational will win.
That's 8-second violation.
3 million pesos, and yeah, 8-second violation right there. Laban sa Sarangani Marlins, that is just in true Nueva Ecija fashion, able to get them from the backcourt.
And as an opponent, you need to be ready because Coach Gerson loves that, especially coming from timeouts. May mga adjustment siya right away.
Raimundo, left corner 3 doesn't work. Fontanilla, right place at the right time. You were talking about adjustments, Coach. Would you say that Coach Gerson Cabildes is the best at making adjustments here in the MPBL?
Yeah, especially on defense because he really gives premium to that. Alam mo 'yon, hindi lang naman dapat ang panoorin mo sa kanya yung mga offensive sets niya. Yung offensive sets niya, it's being run to perfection already, but ilan lang yung kaso alam na ng mga players niya kung paano kina-counter when attacking eh. Pero yung defensive sets niya ang madami.
Fontanilla, 2 for 2 at the line. First points of the game para kay Joshua. There you go. Almost a perfect press break para sa Sarangani. That pool could not handle that basketball, and Harvey Pagsanan.
And this guy, he struggled in his first game. Okay. Now, medyo naging komportable nung second game, but it is in his third game na binigyan talaga ng mahabang playing time ni Coach Gerson. Now look at him now.
Averaging 6 points sa ating preseason. He could now tie that average with his free throw right here. At missing on that charity, talagang palobo yung tira niya.
Oo.
Are in dangerous waters.
Yeah.
Macaloni playing the passing lanes. Will leaves it. Balukanag. Unselfish basketball for Nueva Ecija.
Yeah, 3 straight turnovers.
Racho de la Cruz. Di na binaba doon. And that is a much needed basket for Sarangani, ending that scoreless spell para sa kanilang kupunan.
Na medyo nag-settle down na rin si Nem de la Cruz dito eh.
Oh, he really has struggled all tournament long, but now 10 points in this game for the standout out of Mavs phenomenal basketball.
sanay talaga sa laban, eh, no? Parang hindi siya na-intimidate or hindi siya nagda-doubt sa sarili niya kasi he knows yung craft niya.
Poole for 3. Who knew that he had that shot? And I'm sure his supporters, numbers of them, will say na meron talaga siyang tira na ganyan, and from that stroke that he showed, mukha ngang meron. That's the first 3-pointer, I believe, of this whole preseason para kay Mark Poole. So much potential for this guy.
Totoo yan.
Desoyo, straight away 3. That's back-to-back trifectas for the Sarangani Marlins. So that's going to be a 2-pointer lamang. He was stepping on the line. So just a 9-point lead right now for Nueva Ecija. Pontanilla to the other side. Pagsanhan, that's short. That's going to go off over the top.
Yeah, if there's one thing na naman, Javi, if you're playing against a team that love to shoot from the outside, no lead is safe.
Desoyo gets it to Poole. De La Cruz attacks the closeout, met by 2 defenders. Poole. Gabat was wide open in the middle. De La Cruz for 3. In and out. Poole really contesting for that offensive rebound, using his athleticism to the brim.
Number 9, Army Pastaman's first foul, subdivision. The birthday boy, Pablo Raimundo.
And now, kay Coach Gerson, talagang kay always brings in fresh legs para to keep pressure also dito sa Sarangani Marlins.
De La Cruz will not be shy. That's all net on that 3-pointer by Nem De La Cruz. Third 3-point shot of the game para sa kanya. 41-35. Villarias will get it back. Happy birthday, Byron Villarias.
And in that last sequence, ito yung para bang mga baptism of fire na makukuha nitong mga batang to dito sa mga much experience and defending champions Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards.
Well, that's just their kuyas from Nueva Ecija saying, welcome to the MPBL.
Area in front of your respective benches. Both teams are advised to observe proper bench decorum and no huddle.
Earlier, you saw on your screens Nueva Ecija team owner Ivan Cuevas here in attendance to support his squad and look on as they try to win another championship dito sa ating preseason invitational. Once again, team owner Ivan Cuevas of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Our referees are checking that previous sequence.
Is called on Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards number 23, Jay Collado, for throwing the ball to his opponent.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Michael Wico.
Technical foul called on JJ Collado. There you go, after that 3-point shot.
Yeah, buti technical foul lang, kay not unsportsmanlike foul. But then again, kay technical foul, kahit sino pwedeng mag-free throw. So, ang pinag-free throw nila, etong si Nem De La Cruz na is having a hot hand right now.
They will continue to feed that as long as they can to try and help them to counter this 8-point advantage. Desoyo feeling that advantage over Philip Manalang in that matchup. Used his body to protect the basketball, went up for the shot, baited Manalang into committing that foul.
Okay, as this player showcase yung craft nila, part of it also, okay, giving opportunity for the other coaches to scout them. Like itong si Anthony Desoyo, he's so comfortable attacking to his left.
And of course, Coach Louie, you know a lot about these players, having faced them in the NCAA wars.
Yeah, and I learned from Anthony De Soyo, Javi, natutunan ko yun ng masakit pa.
Villarias, though, putting the pain on De Soyo right now as he draws the foul against the San Sebastian Stag. So 3 free throws para dito kay Byron Villarias, another member of our 1,000-point club. Nueva Ecija has 4 players in that club.
Yeah, the game it felt like the game was about to open up for Nueva Ecija, no? Till yung back-to-back 3 points ni Nem de la Cruz that kept them close again dito sa Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards.
2 out of 3 from the line para kay Byron Villarias. 11 puntos sa laro na to. But for all the baskets that Nueva Ecija has been making, they're shooting still at a high clip, 50% from the field. Coach, hindi sila makalayo dito sa Sarangani.
Oo. And here, alam mo naman they're not gonna change that. Okay, they still gonna play Nueva Ecija basketball. Now, siguro, ang adjustment lang siguro dun sa defense nila na sometimes, Javi, ayun yung malaking question mark palagi sa aming coaches eh. Are you gonna defend that low percentage shot? And ill-advices, mga medyo galing sa ill-advise pa, parang medyo mahirap na i-predict yun. You know it's coming. Kailangan lang talaga ready ka palagi just to make most out of it.
Yung Sarangani nga ang lamang pa dito sa rebounding, 22-20. Poole able to collar that one, making it 23 in that department para sa Sarangani.
Yeah, as expected kasi that they're gonna work on their transition defense kasi alam nila if they're not gonna go down, if their numbers itong Sarangani, talagang wala kahit yan, titira talaga from the outside Siguro kung meron nga tayong advanced statistics na chart, makikita natin yung shot chart nito. Talagang makikita mo halos lahat nandun sa labas yung tira.
Speaking of labas, dumikada na naman mula sa area na yon itong si Byron Villarias. 3-point shot, 14 points in the game. De Soyo had to adjust in midair. Wild shot will not work. 50-38. Villarias will take his time. Macaloni. They swing it to Manalang. Philip Collado from the left flank. That's no good. And another foul will be called here. Both teams are now over the limit. Actually, kanina pa.
Actually, Nueva Ecija collect their third foul sobrang early pa in the second quarter pero was able to control and at least napahaba nila.
Poole will be tested now at the line. Is it just me or parang ngayon ko lang nakita na sobrang swabe pala nung bato nito ni Mark Poole?
Oo, athletic kasi alam mo yun, Gavi, this is a baller. A superstar in the making.
He was 5 out of 8 yesterday against the Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines. Nueva Ecija will take a timeout here. 50-40 is the score. 52.8 seconds remaining in our first half. Advance, happy 84th founding anniversary. General Santos City, we are here at the Lagao Gym Looking at the crowd gathered dito sa ating venue to watch the semifinals of our 2023 MPBL preseason invitational. Zamboanga already booking a ticket to our championship match happening on Monday, while Imus, the first team, in for our third place match that will precede our finals game on Monday as well. Villarreal, another three-pointer para sa kanya.
Again, delivering off a timeout.
A master of adjustments coming through once again. And Byron Villarreal hitting his fourth three-point shot of the game. Michael Wico called for a foul on the three-point attempt by Nem de la Cruz.
Yeah, let's try to watch that replay there. Buong-buo yung loob, ha, Javi.
He's not scared at all, and you know, despite the numerous struggles that he has had all throughout this tournament, he keeps on going at it. And kudos also to Coach John Calios for trusting ang kanyang mga player even if they have not been performing well.
Oo, kasi minsan yun, kumbaga, if you did not get the foul, okay, just so lucky na okay, was able to fish for a foul. Pero it's a bad, talagang medyo mahirap yung tirang yun and ill-advised talaga.
1 out of 3 from the 15-foot parallel, itong si Nem de la Cruz. Shot clock is off. 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. Manalang. Double high screen. Collado is popping out. Philip doesn't get it to him. 1 second left.
Yeah,
Nueva Ecija could not make something happen on that possession.
Yeah, kung di nag-fumble si Philip Manalang doon, I think he still has time to take a decent shot.
But it ended up in a turnover. Well, actually, time already expired para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Kaya the score stays as it is, a 53-41 tally at the end of the first 20 minutes of action. Our halftime analysis when we return. time between the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards and the Sarangani Marlins, where the Rice Vanguards are ahead 53-41. Byron Villarias putting on a show from downtown as he has now 4 3-point shots. Actually make that 5 from the outside for the birthday boy. Pamboy Raimundo joining in on the scoring barrage para dito sa Nueva Ecija. But the Sarangani Marlins, led by that man on your screens, Nem de la Cruz, will not go gently into the good night.
Actually, this guy, Nem de la Cruz, keeping this Sarangani Marlins alive in this ball game. Talagang hindi titigil, Javi. And again, the power of the three-pointer. Pag ganito yung team mo, you want it like this, hindi magmamatter yung field goal percentage mo. And I think Coach John Calios and the rest of the Sarangani Marlins, they don't mind even if they're shooting poorly at 32% compared to the 51% nitong Nueva Ecija. You know that they just gonna keep on shooting those three-pointers. Now, if a team like that ang kalaban mo, definitely this Nueva Ecija team taking advantage of that. Long shots, long bounces. If they miss, that's why nakita mo yung advantage. They're plus 11 in the fast break points.
Those long rebounds taken into advantage by the boys of Coach Jerson Cabiltes. Byron Villarias, 15 points built on 5 threes. Pamboy Raimundo has 8. Will Macaloni with 6. Michael Wico with 5. Sa kabilang panig naman, it's Nem de la Cruz with 15 as well. Mark Poole has 7. Anthony Sistoza with 4 points.
Yeah, siguro kung may isang player na nawawala dito na hinahanap natin, is I think our preseason leading scorer, itong si Orin Katakutan.
That's right, Orin Katakutan. Only 1 out of 5. 3 points pa lamang sa laro na to after erupting for 31 yesterday against Zamboanga. Sarangani, they get a stop on the first offensive possession itong Nueva Ecija. Katakutan will try and make things happen here for the Marlins in the second half as they want to trim this 12-point gap that they're staring at right now. The Marlins start the third quarter with Alex Tesoyo, Paeng Are, Mac Racho, Orin Katakutan, and Benji Jimenez. 2-point guard setup para kay Coach John Calios. Katakutan free for 3. That's good, all net. Good start for the Marlins here to this second half.
Again, the confidence. Diba? Give him that space. Talaga naka-ready na eh. Parang nakakasana agad, Javi.
No hesitation whatsoever. He saw the space. He saw the distance of the defender away from him. Took advantage. Rose up for that jump shot and swished it through the net.
And kala mo, dito sa composition ng 5 ng Sarangani Marlins right now, in that 2-3 zone setup, parang it is Racho, Katakutan, at ito si Jimenez ang medyo mga identified na mga 3-pointers.
A front line of the Marlins could be 3 of their best outside shooters. At Shaq Taganas doing what he does best, keeping possessions alive for his team, tapping it to Michael Wico, who converts on the recycle, but Katakutan able to draw the foul on the offensive set of the Sarangani Marlins.
Now, Orin Katakutan working early in this third quarter kasi alam mo, malayong-malayo pa siya doon sa averages niya.
Missing on his second free throw. He's averaging 22.7 points here in this preseason. The only guy to top his production in a single game is our CEO and founder, Senator Manny Pacquiao, who scored 35 yesterday against the Team Bulala, against the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. But Byron Villarias continues to score from the outside here. 18 points in the game. Jimenez hit a 3-pointer earlier, but he has struggled since. Katakutan, a little jab across to the left, tries to move Wico out of the way. Tip in on his own shot. Could not work.
Alam mo, talagang hinahanap niya yung offense niya, no? It's not just a one shot. Again, hindi nag-give up dun sa play.
Take a look at that three-pointer, a thing of beauty whenever it's Byron Villarias hoisting it up from the outside.
Again, talking about our founder, Senator Manny Pacquiao, scoring 35 points yesterday, 24 in the second half, na leading na halos in-outscore niya pa yung Batangas City Round Masters na 21, yung total contribution.
And not only leading his team in scoring, but also in rebounds as well. Double-double effort para kay Senator Manny yesterday, 35 and 10.
And the very reason also kung bakit naglalaro ngayon itong Sarangani Marlins sa ating semifinal match.
Correct, because a victory yesterday by Batangas would have put them in this position, challenging itong Nueva Ecija for a spot in the championship. But Sarangani very, very thankful to the Team Bulalakaw Slashers for playing villain to the hopes of Batangas yesterday. Wico, Villarias could not connect this time. Katakutan the rebound.
Yeah,
that's an offensive foul.
That is an offensive foul.
Oh, he could argue that wala naman siya masyadong ginawa doon in terms of movement. But there was an extension of the arm, and of course, Philip Manalo also sold that call well. This lead has ballooned to 16, 61 to 45. After Nueva Ecija was up by a dozen at the half. Marlins continue to sit on this zone. Uilon is wide open on the right corner, but Manalang will take it and make it. $63 to 45.
Alam mo, minsan sayang yung mga ganun no? Kumbaga, sobrang konting space na lang, three-pointer na
And the three-pointer came from a guy who is not really known for his outside shooting. That man is, though. Uilon finally able to find his mark from the outside. First three-pointer of the game and first basket galing dito kay Jonathan Uilon.
Now, they cannot go out of control against this team, Nueva Ecija. Now, slowly but surely, now up by 21 points.
There's that outside shot by Jonathan Uilon, former Rain or Shine Elasto painter, praising the heavens for that connection from downtown. Previously, he was 0 out of 3 from that area.
At ito pa, kay Chris Bitoon just entered the ball game na alam mo mag-perform pa kasi at yung first half, far cry yung performance niya.
Katakutan, trying to make something happen on the offense of Sarangani. That's going to be against Michael Mabulak. Foul number 3 on Mike. And the 4th team foul laban dito sa Nueva Ecija.
Talagang medyo sakripisyo yung offense ni Michael Mabulak doon dahil dito sa defense na ina-apply ng nitong Sarangani Marlins.
But you know, the great thing with this Nueva Ecija team is all of them have been taught by Coach Gerson to not care about individual numbers. So what's important is the end result. As Jonathan Uilon starting to heat up right now para sa kanilang kupunan.
And again, kay how long this Sarangani Marlins will still gonna apply itong kanilang 2-3 zone.
Racho will try his luck. Way short pool. Able to get the offensive rebound. Soars high for 2 points.
This guy quietly really doing a lot of damage and helping his team na just by playing. Doesn't mind unconsciously na maglalaro lang talaga siya.
9 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 of those coming from the offensive end as Mabulak. It's a rare basket in this game.
look how this Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards talagang early pick up agad kay Orin Katakutan eh.
But they set him up here. Kaya lang could not draw iron on that attempt from the top of the circle. Katakutan is 2 out of 5 from downtown in this match. Marlins now switching to a man-to-man. Palma. Oiloan dumps it down. Mabulak, fall away. That's good.
Yeah, that's too deep. Okay, that's too deep already for Michael Mabulak. Definitely, okay, he's so comfortable playing at that spot and maybe automatic 2 points already.
And there's that unselfishness by Nueva Ecija. Oiloan going down to the better opportunity. Michael Mabulak silently with 10 points already. Timeout dito si Coach John Calios. Chris Viton, bagging player of the game honors against Valenzuela Shore Homes in their last game of the elimination where they dominated once again that squad. Chris had 15 points, a very, very efficient 70% from the field along with his 2 steals, playing both defense and offense as is the true brand of basketball nitong Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. 73-49 is the score. This lead has ballooned after just being 12 at the half. And Sarangani has found themselves in a deep, deep hole right now. Gabat all the way, could not get it. Shanoda, offensive rebound.
I think itong si Reg Gabat na Havoc, I think averaging in double figures dun sa elimination round natin. Pero for the day, parang hindi pa siya yata nakaka-score.
That's correct. He's still scoreless. He's averaging close to 14 points per game, almost 4 rebounds. This Nueva Ecija defense has really limited him. While Michael Mabulak is starting to work here offensively para sa Nueva Ecija, just missing on that first free throw. Nueva Ecija is 11 out of 19 as a team in this game from the free throw line. That's a dangerous pass, but Gabat able to catch that rock. 22 points is the lead. De La Cruz. Shanoda unable to get it to Katakutan.
Definitely, they gonna blow that up. Kay having yung ball handler na maglaro na lang kaysa mabigay pa yung bola dito kay Orin Katakutan.
Almost good defense right there by Jonathan Oiloan, blocking that shot of Nemesis De La Cruz, but got a little bit of that arm. So De La Cruz will through to the line for 2 shots.
Lock in talaga eh. Talagang when he gets the ball, na yung, alam mo yun, yung scorer's mentality. Etong si Nem De La Cruz, si Orin Katakutan, titira talaga eh.
Oh, unsportsmanlike foul. Ang itatawag dito kay Jonathan Oiloan. Coach, care to enlighten us on this call?
Yeah, because after the attack, the ref sees it na parang wala nang intention doon sa bola eh. And again, once na itinawag nila yon, syempre hindi naman yung mga referees natin, knowing that they need to be in control of all the situations na nangyayari dito sa court, hindi agad yan bibitaw sa sitwasyon, Javi.
However, De La Cruz splits his two charities. 13 out of 16 right now from the free throw area. Itong Sarangani Marlins, they keep possession here. An opportunity to trim down this lead. Gabat. Macaloni with the hard show. Katakutan, 4 to work with. Floater, way short.
Okay, that shot clock. Alam mo yun sa mga unang laro. Unang laro, okay, comfortably, okay, they can attack, okay, their defender. But then again, ito yung dapat na patutunan din itong mga young talent nitong Sarangani Marlins. It's not like that here in the MPBL because the coaches here are good. Okay, you're being studied, so kailangan matuto ka rin mag-adjust.
Palma to the left corner. Loan is starting to percolate. He's got it on automatic. 9 points now in the game para kay Jonathan Oiloan. Shanoda gets the screen to Katakutan. Gabat on the cut. That's a great pass by Orin.
Ayan. Yeah, those are the things na kailangan marami pa tayong makita dito kay Orin Katakutan. Kung papaano niya tutulungan din yung mga kakampi niya.
Biton attacks his left, but Gabat is there. Balukanag had that pass intended for him. Biton long on the three-point attempt. Macaloni couldn't tap it to Nueva Ecija. Sarangani gets a stop. Still a 22-point lead for the Rice Vanguards. Gabat couldn't get it off the staggered. Katakutan instead sets up Sistoza, but there's going to be a foul before that pass.
Yeah, but okay, they are already in the penalty. It's just in that sequence, tama naman yung coverage ni Renz Palma. It's just on the second dribble, medyo umiba yung angle ng kanyang stance. Kaya ayun lang ang hihintay ni Orin Katakutan, going to his strong side.
Katakutan gets the first one to go. We'd like to take this opportunity to greet happy birthday to Tere, galing kay referee Jovet Okfemia. As well as a shout out to the wife of JJ Collado, Joan Carla Collado, or both watching this game.
You think how much it affected itong pace ng Sarangani Marlins na wala si Jordan Santa Ana?
Correct. I was also about to mention that one of the guys na talagang inaasahan nila or pinaka-inaasahan nila, as you have mentioned throughout this preseason, Coach John Calios really trying to build this team around Jordan Santa Ana, him being one of the most senior members of this squad, having played a lot of seasons already dito sa MPBL. Bitoon.
Good pass.
Oiloan has 11 to work with. Draws pool on the switch. Gabat covers Macaloni. Will just enough balance to get that 2 points.
Yeah, enough balance just in time. Itong si Will Macaloni attacking strong to the basket.
And talking about Sarangani, Coach, they're missing 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists
Plus,
mula kay Jordan Santa Ana.
Yeah, and plus the threat na nandyan sa loob si Jordan Santa Ana.
It makes, life easier para sa ibang scorer, lalo na kay Orin Katakutan and maybe also Nemesis De La Cruz. Kasi may ibang focus ang depensa. Hindi lang silang dalawa.
And that guy doesn't matter. Okay, especially sa mga ganitong sitwasyon. Dito nila nami-miss si Jordan Santa Ana eh.
As well as the leadership and also the courage that he brings on the floor. As Reg Gabat able to get a breakaway after that steal. Down to a 19-point lead. 5 seconds on the clock. That is not a good foul. Gabat will be called for that personal.
Pero yung activity nitong Sarangani Marlins, no, defensively, kaya hindi rin nagiging madali kay for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards is them kay long mahahaba rin tong mga batang mahaba, athletic pa. Pero yung disiplina nila na nandun lang sila sa harap.
But you know, Nueva Ecija just really too good. That's why they are able to create shots for themselves. 1 second on the clock. Gabat trying to beat the clock. That will not work para sa Sarangani. And after being down by just 12, itong Sarangani Marlins now down by 20 points. This lead was as high as 22. They just couldn't break that 20-point lead barrier because of the great shooting nitong Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Jonathan Oiloan found his stroke in that third period, and despite the baskets coming from Reg Gabat and Orin Katakutan, they have been kept at bay by Nueva Ecija. That's why it is 81-61 entering the fourth period. We'll be back after these. $16 points in the game for that young man, Nemesis de la Cruz. But they are still down by 20 here, 81-61 against the defending MPBL champions, the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Porter scoring right there on your screens. Although Sarangani was able to muster up 20 points in that third period, Nueva Ecija still outscoring them by 8, 28-20. Shanoda though, able to open up festivities here in the fourth with a basket. Palma hangs in the air, overcooks it.
Yeah, actually, 63 points is for Sarangani Marlins. This is high already. Pero it's just yung too much. It's not just the defensive power prowess that Nueva Ecija Vanguards is showing. It's also yung offensive arsenal nila na kahit kaya nilang sumabay, kahit high scoring, kaya nilang sumabay kahit low scoring.
Back to a 20-point advantage. De la Cruz off the curl, leaves it for Sistoza. Oh, great setup right there. Everything but the shot for Sarangani. Palma ahead of the back. Macaloni trailing the play. Basket and one for the Cebuano big man.
Yeah, he's gonna attack that. Again, what a time for this guy na makabalik at mas pakumpleto pa ni Coach Gerson yung kanyang lineup.
And of course, we're very happy na nakabalik siya dito at walang seryosong nangyari sa kanya after that collision with Leo Esguerra in their first game of this preseason invitational. That was quite a scary tussle. Pareho silang dumugo doon.
Oo. And Esguerra also was able to play in our first game.
That's right. Always happy to see players coming back quickly from injuries. Poole trying to attack that lane.
And especially itong nasa preseason pa lang tayo, 'di ba? Okay, we want them to be all healthy, kay all teams, ready to play once na nag-start na tayo ng ating regular season.
De la Cruz short on that 3-point try. Sistoza able to bounce it off Bitoon. And for those of you wondering, itong Sarangani, this is still not the final lineup that they will field in for next season. Marami pang changes ang mangyayari dito, sabi ni Coach John. It's just that they just didn't have enough time to get players for this preseason. But nevertheless, they took the opportunity to be here para kahit paano matesta na nila yung waters ng mga teams. Especially, these are contenders sa ating liga.
Yeah. And ngayon lalo, Javi, halos no one from Coach John Calio's team ang natira dito. Halos puro bago to na naglalaro for sa Sarangani Marlins.
That's right. It's only actually Jordan Santa Ana and I think Anthony Sistoza, if I'm not mistaken, ang natira mula sa roster ng Sarangani last season. So totally revamped lineup para dito sa kanila for the coming season.
Si Anthony Sistosa pa in the start ng UAP yata hindi na rin naglaro.
A new guy here on the floor para kay Coach John Calios, J. Domingo, seeing his first action. He started yesterday against Zamboanga, but only seeing the court for the first time right now in this game. Desoyo finally
Great
gets
pass
it to Sistoza, who was waiting for it for quite a while. Nobody from the defense of Nueva Ecija able to mark Sistoza. JJ Collado, he loves that shot, straight away three-pointer.
And you know, kay Jay Collado, ba-boundary pa rin yan kahit anong mangyari, Javi.
Siyempre naman. Former QC Capital, now making waves with the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Desoyo, met by two defenders. Poole, that pass a little too forward for him. And Bobby Balapanag could not handle the pass.
Yeah, lahat sila mabilis eh.
Give credit to the physical conditioning nitong Nueva Ecija. They're really in great shape. Preseason pa lang tayo. Now the challenge for them is how can they sustain this kind of form? Siyempre, di ba pinag-uusapan yan sa realm ng sports science and physical conditioning, yung pag-prepare for the season and then going into your peak and then sustaining it kasi minsan may dip yan eh.
Oo. Talagang, yeah, we call it a periodize. Okay, yung periodization nyo na talagang planado lahat. Okay, pero it's a different approach when you give premium to defense. Kasi ang unang-unang tatargetin mo pag gano'n na Javi is yung ma-accustom yung player mo sa demand ng activity na gusto mong gawin. So minsan, kay sa ibang teams, kay for to them, this is fine already, but kay if the other teams, they know that it's not yet enough kasi alam mo na talagang magtatrabaho ka ng gusto defensively eh.
So big kudos, you know, to the staff of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards for being able to put in the proper protocols for them to stay in tip-top shape and to put in the proper results on the court. Because it's one thing to be in shape, it's another thing to get the results in, right?
Oo, and another thing also is the game management. Kailangan aware yung coach kung na hanggang saan ba yung kaya nito at 100%. Kasi as a coach, those are the things that you wanted to avoid, na hindi mo na paaabutin ng 100% na mapagod yung player mo before mo tanggalin. Good pass.
Clark Derigue seeing his first action here in this game.
And these are the things na talagang a testimony of how, kasi yung mga rim runs nila, Javi, ang daming laro na sa huli mo nakikita yun eh. Kung talagang those are just gonna break your back talaga na suddenly kay tikit yung laban, kay end game, yung mga forwards nila or yung mga big men nila ang nakaka-finish ng fast break.
And that really hurts, especially the young teams, because these guys, I mean, you know, not not a knock to them naman, but these guys are of age already compared to the other squads na puro mga bata pa, yung iba fresh from college pa, yung iba talaga nagsisimula pa lang sa mga pro careers nila. These guys have been in this basketball circuit for quite some time already. Pero mas condition pa sila sa ibang mga bata.
Oo, and it's sometimes, most of the time, it's the question of mental state eh. Yung focus, yung mental toughness. Tulad yan, kaya, pero mo, hirap na hirap kang shumot. Tapos doon, kay now Jake Aliado just got back in the ball game. He's scoring his second three-pointer.
Because after all, basketball is not just a physical game. It's actually more of mental, Coach, right?
Oo.
Derrigue getting another basket, 4 points quickly.
Kaya imagine yung last 10 points ng Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards came from their front line.
Alex De Soyo trying to salvage some pride here for Sarangani. 9 points now in the game. Fontanilla, defense was right there by Monton. Able to force the miss. The Marlins tried to go on transition, but quick on defense were the Vanguards. Hanging in the air, Domingo could not get it. Collado, he wants this three. Couldn't get it. Easy rebound for Benji Jimenez. For those of you wondering kung ano nangyari dun sa isang Jimenez who starred for them last season, Kit Jimenez will be playing for the Gensan Warriors in the coming regular season. Di lang siya nakapag-suit up dito sa ating preseason, but isa yan sa mga abangan natin come our opening, which will happen on March 11 sa Quezon Convention Center in Lucena City.
Yeah, kaya like we've talked about last night, no? Yung sino kaya yung exciting din yung pag-reveal ng mga rosters ng mga
Yes.
team eh. 'Di ba? Kasi ma-identify mo rin kasi ang maganda this season, Javi, halos lahat ng teams merong mga superstars eh.
Correct. And almost all of the teams, actually, I think all have retooled. Even itong Nueva Ecija, losing Hesid Gabo to the PBA. Pero ang dinagdag naman nila, tatlong mga outstanding young players. That guy with the ball, Harvey Pagsanhan, passing to that man, Joshua Fontanilla, as well as Rich Ginitaran.
Then this guy, Pamboy Raimundo, getting more comfortable now dun sa kanyang role dito sa team niya.
Correct. It looks like Pamboy will be assuming that role that belonged to Hesid Gabo as the lead point guard para dito sa Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. So, a reinvigorated period in his career para dito kay Pamboy Raimundo because he was not really used a lot in last season's campaign, also owing to some injuries na iniinda niya. But ngayon, 100% siya dito sa ating preseason at God forbid walang injuries na mangyari. He will be able to continue his fine play as he hits that three-point shot.
I think that's the third one already.
Paeng-Are able to answer back on that three-point shot.
Yeah, itong si Paeng-Are really played well in his first game kay Sarangani Marlins was able to beat the strong Batangas Tanduay Ram Masters. But after that, parang medyo napagod na kasi ngayon alam niya na yeah, if I do things like that here in the MPBL, kailangan matutulog at kakain ako ng marami.
Tama. Yeah, the double-double in that game, leading his team in rebounds. I believe he had 13, a lot of them on the offensive glass. So that is the next challenge for Paeng-Are if he wants to gain success dito sa ating liga, is to how he will be able to sustain top form against the teams here in the MPBL, lalo na't mahaba yung magiging season natin.
Ano kaya ang nasa isip ni Coach John? Kasi he's still gonna play on Monday. And there's still something in store para sa ating third placer. Alam mo naman, ito yung maganda with MPBL and ito yung maganda with Boss Manny na pre-season lang to. pero naglagay pa rin siya ng mga premyo.
That's right, and that's also a big reason why the teams really did not leave anything out on the floor. Lahat talaga binuhos nila sa sahig. They put in the intensity, the competitive fire was there. That's why sobrang enjoyable na manood ng preseason action because almost all of the games were quality matches and lahat ng teams ayaw talaga magpatalo. You could even say that of Valenzuela. They just really didn't have the pieces to compete yet with the other teams here. But look at Sarangani parading an all-new lineup, very youthful roster, but they were able to march here into the semis, even beating a top team like Batangas. Kaya kung ako sa inyo, buckle up and get ready for the upcoming regular season. And just to remind everybody, 3 million pesos ang mapapanalunan ng champion natin dito sa preseason invitational natin. 500,000 for the second placer, 300,000 for the third placer, 200,000 for the fourth placer. And everybody else is assured of 100,000 pesos. San ka pa?
Oo naman, 3 million pesos, Javi. Pagtatrabahuan mo in just 5 days.
Oo. Hindi yan napupulat kung kailan-kailan lamang.
Eh kahit nga yung 100,000 eh,
Tama.
hindi mo rin mapupulot yun eh. Again, at least meron kang pambili ng pasalubong pagbalik mo sa Manila. At more to that is yung experience.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, we just really have to give a lot of credit. I mean, maybe all of the credit to our beloved founder, Senator Manny Pacquiao, who has really made all of this possible for us to do what we do best, give us this opportunity to showcase our talents. Kaya maraming salamat muli, Senator Manny Pacquiao, who still owns the highest individual scoring record of this preseason invitational.
And also kay our Commissioner Kenneth Doremde, si Emer Oreta, si Kuya Rudy Distrito na talagang nandito plus the officials na talagang bumabalik na rin at kumukuha pre-season na rin to, training para sa lahat sa atin dito.
Correct. And that makes it official. The Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards winning this game 112-89. Happy birthday, Byron Villarias. He wins Player of the Game honors for this one. 18 points, 5 out of 9 from downtown, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Shining the brightest among the stars of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards to book their ticket to the championship round.
Yeah, shout out na rin siguro also, kinamimiss ko na yung family ko. Si Cherry, aking daughter, si Caitlin, si Shelo. Yeah, I'll see you soon, guys.
Alright, and that is it. A rematch of our MPBL finals last season will happen on Monday. The Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards will be facing the Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines. But before that, in our third place game, the Imos SV squad will be facing itong ang Ulok Sarangani Marlins, who tried to fight till the very end, but it was just really too much firepower from the defending champions, the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguard. So ayun na nga, 7 p.m. ang mangyayari ang third place game natin. And at 9 o'clock, which will be live on 1PH, the Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines versus the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. And aside from 1PH, of course, you can catch all our games on our Facebook and YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us here at the Lagao Gymnasium. For my partner, Coach Louie Gonzalez, this has been Javi Palanya saying good night from General Santos City. Ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.